Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 39, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go option to the short side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. at their 25-yard line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. The Patriots at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games. They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Folks' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 16, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson throwing after the interception. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And this is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Harris is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Jackson going to run again. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And some space here. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll look to throw again. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Prochet. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson from the shotgun. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides. Adjustments. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. But the passing game right now for them not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete as well. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. And the man open here is Strong. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw again. This one swung outside to Strong. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
A move to New England from Baltimore suited Matthew Judon nicely with 12.5 sacks in his first year of a new 4-year contract with the Patriots. That was a new career high for him, 7th in the NFL, and the most for a Patriot since 2015.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone. And the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Right side, Myers. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. On second down, a run was strong. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jones to throw on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Folk's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Throwing is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, They got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Marcus Jones brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to try and go deep again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. Flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Jones in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New England, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck. Like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give up about a hater. Let them. I'm like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back when I'm gone. Can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. And take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the board.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now